and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. We'll watch the Chicago Bulls in this one as they go up against the Toronto Raptors at Scotiabank Arena. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Nikola Vucevic has a new role on the Bulls. He said, in Orlando, everything was going through me. Now there are more guys who can score, so I try to do other things to help the team, like passing and rebounding and screening. When you have so much talent around you, you have to adjust. There are many ways you can impact the game. Kevin, you are impacting this broadcast. Back to you.
You are too, DA. Thank you so much. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. The wings set for him, Levine and DeRozan. Williams and Vucevic hold down the post for him. And it's Dosunmu in at the point. And for the Raptors, sharing the wing spots for them, it'll be Trent Jr. and Anunoby. Inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. And it's Van Vliet in at the one spot. Most losing teams, Greg, are looking to rebuild, look to the future, but not in Chicago.
Yeah, their idea to turn it around was to get all-stars. Trading for Vooch in 21 during a losing season, then signing DeMar as a free agent, that's a refreshing approach.
Now, here's Trent from deep. Anunoby, good.
That's unselfishness from Trent Jr. We know he wants to score, but when your teammate's that wide open, just simply put the ball where it needs to be.
Here's Dosunmu. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Now here's Van Vliet. Anunoby in the corner. Back to Van Vliet. Trent finds Barnes. They get it back. There's Siakam. Vucevic defending. Toronto working the ball around now. Shot clock at 5. From deep, Trent. That one's not going to go. And in Chicago the other way. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
And this, the first of 3 games these two teams will play against one another this season.
Now, here's Dosunmu. 11-point game his last outing. DeRozan. Siakam pulls it in.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
It's hauled in by the Bulls. DeRozan with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Anunoby against DeRozan. Good D by Anunoby. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. That's good from Van Vliet on the assist by Anunoby.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
Now here's Dosunmu. DeRozan passes to Williams, and it's Williams throwing it down.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Here's Anunoby. He had 27 points last game. Back to Van Vliet. Trent outside. Pass to Siakam. Shoots over Vucevic. Siakam misses. Bulls have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
What you love about Vucevic, the consistency, solid shooting percentages, and he's averaged double-digit rebounds for the last 5 years.
Now here's Levine. His last outing, 16 points for him. Siakam against Williams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Greg, adding to that for Vucevic, the last 2 seasons, he's been excellent in the playoffs.
Great point, Kevin. His numbers were up over what he did in the regular season. He hits clutch shots, gives them a physical presence, and he is just a rock in the middle.
Throw good, Siakam.
I think what's probably surprised me the most about Pascal Siakam is how prepared he is to be the primary scorer for an excellent team in the NBA. This guy has shown no hesitation.
Siakam hits them both.
And you watch the way that Siakam plays. It can get you in the open court or in half-court sets. Great forward who gives you a little bit of everything.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
Well, bit by bit, Zach is becoming physically tougher, which makes you mentally tougher.
Levine against Trent. Here's Van Vliet. Lays it up and banks it in. And for Siakam, Greg, he almost epitomizes the modern forward.
And that's not to say he's the best forward, but he displays all the skills you now expect from that position. Solid player who any team would love to have.
And it's DeRozan missing. And Siakam has got the ball here for Toronto. Trent outside. Banked in off the glass.
This guy's got a habit of making tough shots, and for Gary Trent Jr., he welcomes the contact.
DeRozan against Anunoby. It's hauled in by Trent.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Siakam. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far. And here is Dosunmu. He kicks it to DeRozan. Lets it go from the wing. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Levine against Trent. Pass to Siakam. That one falls.
Well, you love the size and the length of Siakam, so he's comfortable in the painted area, does nice work there.
So timeout called here, the first for Chicago. Well, we're used to seeing a lot of player movement in the offseason, so how long do you think it takes, Doris, for a reconstructed team to get together and find that mesh point?
Kevin, that is not an answer we will know. A season has to play out. Look back to the Boston Celtics, who were 20-21 at one point before going on to the NBA Finals. Chemistry, how you're going to play, new faces, all of these things have to find a way to come together.
So Chicago ends up going with a new group. 1:53 left to play in the first. Bradley is screen on Van Vliet. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Right now, let's check out the teams with the best free throw percentage. The Bulls third.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Toronto leading by 5. 1:37 left in the first quarter of the game. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Bulls trail by 8.
The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then.
Now here's Dragic. Kicks it to Bradley. 6 to shoot. Some nice ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Drummond. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable, and they've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their career.
Now, here's Dragic, following the miss by Fred VanVleet. There's 42 seconds left here in the first quarter. White looking around. And Drummond throws it down.
It's so smooth in the pick and roll. Love seeing White there with the right pass.
Here's Banton. Oh, VanVleet. Raptors need to get a shot. The dunk by Achua.
Don't just show off that basketball IQ, Mr. Fred VanVleet. Pretty pass, sir.
Now here's White. From deep three-point range. And that does it for the first quarter. Raptors lead by 6. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto.
The Bulls, 12.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
Bulls trail by 6. Anunoby in at the forward with Barnes next to him. Then it's Gary Trent. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Banton in at the 1. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Passes it to Trent. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Levine. Right side, DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Well, because he's such a good scorer, passing windows open up for Zach LaVine.
Kevin, what's so impressive to me about LaVine? It's the all-around play. He affects the game across the board.
Here's Banton. Down low. It's stolen by DeRozan. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. DeRozan, a screen on Trent. Here's Levine. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Levine's efficient as well.
And good shooting numbers, no doubt. Last year, he cut back on the turnovers. And, boy, he's still young. There's still tons of upside to be had.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Following the miss by Gary Trent Jr. from deep. Levine with it. Vucevic, a screen on Trent. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Vucevic missing.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Barnes passes to Banton. And here is Anunoby. Shoots over Caruso. Vucevic with the rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
The pass to Dosunmu. DeRozan against Siakam from the baseline. And again, no good by Chicago.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Barnes looking around. Pass to Anunoby. Pass to Banton. Trying to end the drought. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside DeRozan. Levine wide open. And again, Chicago. No good. Raptors leading by 4. Barnes outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal.
It's going to go on Dosunmu.
This is a guy very willing to put his body on the line. Scotty Barnes gets that defense to commit and accepts the contact.
First one falls for him. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
Barnes hits them both.
Boy, guys, when you think about the prototypical modern wing, Scotty Barnes, the reigning Rookie of the Year, certainly fits that mold, already proving to be a well-rounded two-way player.
Now, here's Dosunmu. Passes it to Levine. The tray. The shot. No good. And Toronto will come the other way.
And with Barnes, he's only scratching the surface of how good he can be.
GA, there is no question about that. Barnes is on the fast track to becoming a star. Why? Because he can score, defend, rebound, and even serve as a playmaker if need be. This is about developing those skills continuously and becoming more consistent.
Levine can't hit.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
And there's the pass to Barnes. Fades away. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Steps back. Levine against Anunoby. Outside DeRozan. Launches it. And the Bulls get it back. Out to the wing. Picked by Williams. Here's Dosunmu. And Barnes sends it back. Dosunmu's shot is off. Toronto leading by 8. Barnes passes to Banton. Trent outside. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And here's DeRozan. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. To stop the drought. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Dosunmu. Here's the 3. Chicago with a new 14. Chalk up 2 there.
Nikola Vucevic has averaged double-digit rebounds for the vast majority of his career. You want him to get to work on the offensive end? No problem.
So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. Here are the team leaders in steals. You need to play heads up against these squads. Number 1, the Raptors. Number 5, the Bulls.
And forcing turnovers is a point of pride for both these teams. That's why their steal numbers have been so high.
Vliet looking around. Porter in the corner. White against Trent. Pass to Van Vliet. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Clock at 4. They get it back. Young. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Young's got the lead up to 8 now for the Raptors.
The prototypical, I will do every piece of dirty work you have. Thad Young doing a nice job taking it off the window and scoring.
Now here's White. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And he gets it to go.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Toronto leading by 6. Outside, Porter. And Vliet on the wing. He's guarded by Dragic. Young, a screen on Dragic. Van Vliet passes to Young. Can't connect from short range. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. White against Trent. White goes in. And Bradley gets it to go.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
There's Van Vliet. Trent outside. It's Porter outside. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Raptors up by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Pascal. The identity of this team is at the defensive end. So how satisfying is it to lock them down like you did in the first half?
It's great. I mean, we're a defensive team first, and I mean, that's what I like about our team, and the fact that we just go out there and get steals and get easy buckets on the other end. It's always great to play good defense.
Yeah, that's what you guys do. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And looking at the Rockets matchup, let's be honest, they're clearly the better team. You can't afford to drop games where you're the heavy favorite.
This is a TCB game, taking care of business. Doesn't have to be pretty, just win.
Let's switch gears to the Chicago Bulls. They're in a tight one after the first half.
Their offense is off to a slow start. They need to find some easy buckets and try to get things back on the right track.
Well, can't have that prolific scoring. The MF, right? What's the MF stand for?
Most frequently.
Right, Jack.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. 4-point game. And the Raptors doors with one of the elite front offices recognized in the NBA.
And Kevin, because of that, a highly paid one as well. Remember, a recruitment battle, not just with the NBA, but English soccer to keep their leadership intact. But the track record is there to justify that top billing, no doubt about it.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Williams and Vucevic hold down the post for him. The wing set for him, Levine and DeRozan. And it's Dosunmu in at the point. You know, Greg, some guys are late bloomers, but DeRozan, he was just the opposite.
Yeah, reports are he had handles at age 3. First dunk came in the 6th grade. 5-star high school prospect, and in a strange way, he's still an underrated superstar.
And so he hits both.
And what makes Chicago tricky to defend, Kevin, they just have such a balanced attack. They can score in the paint from mid-range or hurt you from deep.
Trent can't hit.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Now DeRozan. Williams, a screen on Trent for the tie, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. DeRozan's got 8 points. You know, as the Bulls have become a more veteran team, Greg, it feels like they've settled into what they do well.
And you need a strong identity to be successful in this league. Chicago is building towards that, but it does take time.
Now, here's Trent. Pocket 6. Fade away, and Siakam gets it to go on the assist by Trent. Trent's got 4 assists now tonight. Now, here's Dosunmu. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Dosunmu's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And that's the kind of bucket they needed. Close game in the second half. Great finish on that one.
And he comes up with the deuce. And the Raptors lead by 2.
Now the shot mechanics are just so pure. Gary Trent Jr., such a dangerous shooter.
Now here's Dosunmu, covered by Van Vliet.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Siakam. Offensive rebound. The Bulls have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Now here's Dosunmu. He's guarded closely. Here's DeRozan. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Toronto, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Passes to Barnes. Now Van Vliet. Over Levine. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Into the Bulls, shooting for the game at 42%. Dosunmu, the pass to DeRozan. For the lead, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They swarm opposing stars and tend to make it very difficult in those passing lanes. So a great profile for a modern NBA defense.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
You know, the determination that DeMar DeRozan plays with, it's sort of this steely, I'm going to get where I want to go, and don't sleep on his athleticism.
Bulls making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. Both free throws good from DeRozan.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Van Vliet outside. Now the pass to Barnes. It counts, and the foul. It's on Zach LaVine.
Boy, Scotty Barnes, the complete package. Nice interior finish there.
Defensive foul. Zach LaVine. First personal foul. First team foul.
And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top.
That's good from Barnes.
And when the stakes get high and you need a big shot, we know how dependable Fred VanVleet is.
It feels to me, Greg, like the bigger the moment, the more dangerous Fred VanVleet is. We've seen him so many times knock down so many huge shots. Doesn't matter the setting, Eastern Conference Finals or NBA Finals. This guy, the very definition of fearless.
Now here's VanVleet following the miss by DeRozan. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And here is Dosunmu. He's got 6. Left side, DeRozan over Siakam. And that one goes long.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Anunoby passes to Siakam. Unloads from 13. That's good on the jump shot. Siakam's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's why they call him Spicy P, cooking up a mid-range J. Go ahead, Pascal.
Caruso, the pass to Dosunmu. Here's DeRozan. DeRozan can't get that one to fall.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Chicago calls timeout.
Timeout for the Bulls. Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Raptors, UHD.
Achua, he's checked in for Toronto. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for OG Anunoby. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Andre Drummond's checked in for Vucevic. Bradley comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Green, he's checked in for Levine. And it's Dragic in for Dosunmu. Now here's Caruso. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Bulls have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
Alex Caruso, 2 shots.
The first one falls. That one misses.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Barnes, good, and a nice assist from Porter. Barnes has got 7 now in this quarter.
I'll tell you, they come out of the locker room, they are a step slow on the defensive end.
Van Vliet against Dragic. Caruso kicks to Green. Bulls moving the ball around. Drummond the screen. Dragic the pass to Drummond. Van Vliet with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Van Vliet against Drummond. Barnes outside to the paint. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
Now here's Dragic. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. Here's the teardrop. That shot is off. Nice D from Porter.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Pass to Van Vliet. Going inside, and he banks in the layup. Van Vliet's got the lead up to 11 now for the Raptors.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Dragic. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Drummond sets the screen for Dragic. They need this, and it's blocked. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Van Vliet with it. 6 points for him. From deep. That shot off the mark. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Raptors lead by 11. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Van Vliet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. It's Boucher out there with Pascal Siakam. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. No one near Boucher as he lets it go. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Bulls trail by 11. Here's White. He dishes it to DeRozan. Vucevic a screen on Anunoby. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Well, that's the attacking style of DeMar DeRozan. And it's why he gets to the free throw line with such frequency. He's such a hard driver.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
Williams, he's checked in for Bradley. DeMar DeRozan hits them both. Raptors leading by 9. Van Vliet outside. Siakam, right side. Over White. Siakam misses. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for Chicago. High post Vucevic. Now White. Back to DeRozan. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Van Vliet. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Now here's DeRozan. He takes it in and finished off by DeRozan.
Wow, pure power on the drive by DeMar DeRozan. He's got that extra burst we've seen it, able to finish with force.
Boucher with a screen on Vucevic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And looking back on that Toronto run, Pascal Siakam, Doris, was a big piece to that puzzle.
There's no question about it. They allowed that young man to flourish in transition. He was a tremendous defender for the group. He was a big-time part of that title.
And the Bulls making a change here. Dosumu's checked in. Siakam hits them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Pass to Levine. Over Trent. Up again, and it's put back in by Vucevic.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now here's Van Vliet. Lets it go with a three. That one misses. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Now here's Levine. Pass to Dosunmu. Trent against DeRozan. Shot from 16. Uses the glass to drop it in. DeRozan's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, if the defense naps in the pick-and-roll offense, DeRozan is too smart and too good and too skilled.
Inside. Here's Trent. Rebound collected by Levine.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Dosunmu, the pass to DeRozan. Toronto grabs the miss. Siakam's got his 5th rebound in this one. VanVleet on the wing. Misses the three.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Now here's Dosunmu, covered by VanVleet. And the pass to Dosunmu. Picked by Vucevic. With the putback, and it's put back in by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Wow, Vucevic with the big-time delivery. The Montenegrin says, that's my shot.
VanVleet passes to Boucher. VanVleet outside. Trent finds VanVleet. Boucher sets a screen for VanVleet. Can they get it? Williams with the defensive effort.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Shoots off the step back. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Raptors leading by 5. Siakam, right side. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, this is your 2019 most improved player, and now Siakam trying to become that franchise-level guy, carrying the load tonight.
Now, here's Dosunmu. Here's DeRozan. Hits the outside fadeaway.
Oh, my goodness. You could tell DeMar DeRozan demanded the basketball. He wanted the chance to be the deciding factor.
And the Raptors call time here. The Raptors making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
All right, David, thanks. Here's DeRozan. Following the basket by Pascal Siakam. Shoots over Anunoby. That doesn't go either for DeRozan. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
VanVleet passes to Barnes. VanVleet against Levine. VanVleet kicks to Trent. Pass to Barnes. Rebound by the Bulls. Vucevic has got 13 rebounds tonight. Going after. And Barnes sends it back.
Send it back, Scotty Barnes. Show off that defensive acumen. Big shot with time winding down. Clutch move by Levine.
VanVleet outside. Siakam inside. Vucevic defending. Shots good by Siakam.
Well, Siakam in the clutch. What a delivery.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 6. 50 seconds left in the fourth. Dosunmu, the pass to DeRozan. Good D by Barnes. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. They've led by as many as 11 points.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
They double-team Siakam. Here's Anunoby. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Raptors lead by 8.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for your Raptors, Fred VanVleet, taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
There's so many things to love about Fred VanVleet's journey and his game, but perhaps the best attribute, his intelligence, his ability to outthink the defense.
And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Rosen dishes to Vucevic. There's Williams with the 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Barnes outside. Pass to VanVleet. So it's Toronto winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Ulmer, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Pascal Siakam.